Hi everyone, this is me again, Teacher Noy, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please watch this video because I am going to share with you a very important update when it comes to your US visa application. And when I say this is a very important update, it will greatly affect your application because of this new change which took place last July 4, 2025, when President Donald Trump signed already the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, in which it includes the $250 additional fee for those non-immigrant visa applicants. Now, we are talking about this $250 or $14,252. I am not going to pick a lucky subscriber and give to you this huge amount of money because I don't have that kind of money. But this money will become a burden to you if you are going to apply your US visa. Okay? Listen carefully. It will become an additional burden to you because this will become an additional fee on October 1, 2025. Yes, that is a fee that you have to pay starting October 1, 2025. And we call that fee as the US Integrity Fee. Now, who will be the one to pay that kind of fee? This fee will be paid by non-immigrant visa applicants. And who are those people who are non-immigrant visa applicants? First, tourists. Second, students. Third, workers. And fourth, exchange visitors. So, if your visa type is under those four that I have shared to you, and you are going to apply on or after October 1, 2025, you will be paying an additional of $250 for your visa integrity fee. Now, why did they impose this visa integrity fee? It's because they were able to notice that there are a lot of non-immigrant visa holders who are not following the rules, who are overstaying, and not living on time when it comes to staying in the United States. But according to study, there are only 1 to 3% non-immigrant visa holders who are overstaying, and almost 99% of the non-immigrant visa holders are compliant. But regardless of your compliance, still, you really have to follow paying for this additional $250. That's a very big amount of money. As a matter of fact, if you are a middle class earner here in the Philippines, the $14,250 added to the US visa application fee will be really big, and it will really be a burden to you if you are thinking of going to the United States. Now, let's try to understand better this fee. There are a lot of questions that you are going to think when it comes to paying this fee. Like, do you really have to pay this? Are there any exemptions in order for you not to pay this kind of money? Or since this is just an assurance that you're not going to overstay, is there a chance that you're going to apply for refund, that you may be able to still get that $250 that you paid? Well, let's talk about that. Your US visa application fee is different from this visa integrity fee. You have to pay your US visa application fee so you will be able to get a schedule for your US visa interview. Now, if you will pass your US visa interview, you will be required to pay your US visa integrity fee. In other words, if you will not be able to pass your US visa interview, you will not pay your US visa integrity fee. I hope that that's clear for everyone. Now, say for example, if you are a tourist visa applicant, you are going to pay $180 for your US visa application, then an additional $250 if you will pass for your US visa integrity fee. And that is a total of $435. Big amount of money. Heavy amount of money. An additional burden to the US visa applicant. And this is for a tourist visa applicant. How much more if you're applying for other US visa type? Then, for sure, there will be an increase. Now, with the question, who must pay this additional fee? I mentioned a while ago, those people who must pay this fee. all non-immigrant visa applicants should pay this fee. But there is an exemption, okay? This exemption is for those people who are from the countries listed in their visa waiver program. So if your country is part of the visa waiver program, it means you are not going to pay this additional US visa integrity fee. Okay? You're not going to pay this US visa integrity fee. Unfortunately, the Philippines is not included in that visa waiver program. I am really sorry. But another thing that you're going to ask, I'm sure that you're going to ask this one, how about those who are currently visa holders? Are they going to pay that $250 even if they had their visa already, even before October 1, 2025? The answer is no. This will not be retroactive. It means if you have already your US visa, you are no longer required to pay that $250 if you got your visa before August 1, 2025. Unfortunately, if you're going to apply or if you're going to reapply or renew your US visa and this law has not been amended or changed, you are going to pay that $250 additional fee or the US integrity fee. And now I'm sure that you're thinking if this is just a money that you have to give in order for you to give an assurance to these people that you are not going to overstay, you may have a refund, maybe. But that area has not been explored and explained yet. But the reason for refund is because you followed the rules, you live on time, and you did not overstay. However, the question whether will this happen, it's something that should be answered yet in the future. But with the idea of refund, there is, but will it really happen? We do not know about that. These are the things that you should know about this new change when it comes to the US visa application. I'm sure that this will be an additional burden. I do not want to become a bearer of bad news to everyone. However, I really have to share this to you, not just for content, but for me to be able to share information which are important, information which will really affect your US visa application. I really have to be transparent so that you should be able to understand and plan carefully whether this year is the right time for you to apply for a US visa. But my final tip for everyone, especially if you're planning to apply for a US visa, apply now. As long as that US visa integrity fee has not yet been included into the US visa fees that you are going to pay, please apply now so that you will be able to get your US visa without thinking of additional fee that you are going to pay. Also, when you are going to travel to the United States this year, please make sure that you are going to bring extra money or you are going to allocate extra money for extra fees. Especially, there are so many unexpected things which are happening right now since there is a change in the administration in the United States. I don't want to question these changes because as what I have told you before, United States is their country, so they should know how they are going to govern their own country. And as a visitor like us, who is planning to get our US visa, we really have to comply with all of their rules, even if their rules are sometimes difficult to be followed, or even if their rules is very expensive. However, we have to comply if we really want to go there. So, you really have to think carefully whether do you really want to go now to the United States? If you really want to go to the United States and you don't want to pay that additional visa fee, then apply as early as now. You still have July until September to apply and get your US visa without them asking for an additional integrity fee. This is a bad news for everyone, and I feel sorry for those people who are saving money just to get their US visa. However, if this is really your dream, you have to do your best to get that dream. Okay? If you really want to be reunited with your family, then do your best to go there and get that dream. Well, it's a difficult journey ahead, but I assure you that if you are going to do your best and be able to get your US visa, you will be able to be happy because you finally have won into this US visa battle. Now, this is again Teacher Noy. If you have any question, if there are things that I was not able to explain to you and you are thinking of getting an answer, please do not forget to write it down. And I am very much happy to accommodate all of your questions. Again, thank you so much for always supporting Teacher Noy. I'm sure that I will not be able to be motivated and inspired to share with you all of this information and think like there is a responsibility, though that responsibility was not given to me or that responsibility was not bestowed to me. I just took that responsibility and made myself feel like it's important that I should share this information because there are a lot of people who are expecting from me. And thank you very much for making me feel important when it comes to this topic. So please continue supporting me. I will always be here sharing with you this information. This message is disheartening and it might discourage you, but please just keep on going. Okay? Do not be disheartened. There is always solution to the problem. And do not see this as a problem. Just look at this one as an opportunity for you to grow. Okay? Goodbye, everyone. Hi, everyone. This is me again, Teacher Noy. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video and this is your first time watching Teacher Noy, please do not forget to click my image below and subscribe in this channel. And if you're still interested in watching for more videos, there are so many choices here in this side. Please do not forget to support Teacher Noy. Like, subscribe, watch, and comment. And if possible, share it to your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye everyone.